everybody, here's the captain from trafficpartner.com, and today my guest is Roland Grotheer, the one and only, the man from the Gaelic Conference, from Imob and from IMAX Cash. So make some noise! Yeah.
Hi, Andy. Nice to be in your show.
Yeah, how are you, Roland? Long time not see, eh?
Yeah, that's true. Fucking Corona. So really missed the real life meetings, to be honest.
Yeah. It's a virtual time, but tomorrow we will see also in the Intermax show. You will be a guest in my captain's talk show, live show. But today I wanted to talk with you about your history in the business, what you're doing right now, and you're nominated also for the GFY Awards. So let's start in your past. How you started in the industry when you came to the adult industry?
Well, it was really a long time ago, and I feel like an old man now. I started in in adult business in 1999. I was head of the graphic design department at MMV. It was in that days, it was the biggest porn DVD company in Germany, and that was the moment when I first met a very strange guy in our days called the captain. And yeah, I will never forget our first meeting when I came to your room, and you were international license dealer at the company. So yeah, it was a pleasure to meet you. And after a few years, we both stopped working in the company because yeah, it was not easy to convince our former boss that the future is in the internet. So we decided to start our own company. To be honest, it really feels strange to tell you our story, you know. But yeah, in 2003 we both founded Sexyhouse BV in the Netherlands, and we produced our own porn movies and found one of the first porn DVD online shops in the internet in that days. It was a crazy time. So I will never forget when we were at the Venus show in Berlin. Maybe you remember that scene with, I had this fog machine, and maybe that was the biggest mistake in history of our common business. But that was really fun. So we did this a few years, and then our ways split for some time. You made a big career that everyone knows at SGM, and I became together with my wife, adult webmaster, and until now we run more than 100 tube and dating porn sites. So yeah, and nowadays in 2015 I found my company Imob Traffic Limited in Ireland, one of the best countries in the world, of course. And beside this, I'm also head of sales at IMAX Cash and Online Dating Kings. So that's cool for me, because whenever I visit a show, I have a lot to discuss with everyone. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So of course we have a long history. We worked together in MMV. We founded Sexyhouse, and also with Imob, we were working with SGM. And then I visited very much your shows in Ireland, the Gaelic Conference, and now we see us on the show. So I think for me, you're the longest guy I know in the industry, because we started exactly in the same time in '99. So it's already 22 years in the industry. And I wanted to talk about two thematics today, mostly first about the conferences, because now conferences are very difficult because of the Corona situation. And then about how is it today to be a webmaster with adult sites, because I know there is a big fight. A lot of webmasters went out of business, but you're still existing. So I guess you have a trick how to survive in this market. So yeah, let's start with this. So you're concentrated on niche sites. So and do you do tube sites more, or blogs, or how the SEO for you works in the moment?
So first of all, what you said, that many of the webmasters are gone in our days. This is something that I think is really disgusting. Like 10 years ago, everyone was saying webmasters are dying. No one needs webmasters. We buy the traffic, media buyers. That's the future. And I keep on saying since more than 10 years now, in my personal opinion, that's bullshit, because if there's no webmasters, where do the media buyers get the traffic? So it's just in our days, most webmasters work with networks. Networks buy the traffic from the webmasters and sell it to other people. And that was never my business. I prefer to work directly with the companies where I can monetize my traffic. But of course, in our days, it's very hard. So I decided very early to go into extreme niche traffic. So it's of course less competition and much better conversion rates. So this is where I located myself like 10 years ago, and I'm still doing good money with it, you know. So
yeah, well, I see this the same. Webmasters were always an important part in the game, but it's like, I think the webmasters dying out because it's like big companies with their tube sites. There's so many companies with huge tube sites, and they take mostly the traffic, and also the Google SERPs on standard keywords are so dominated from big tubes, so it's difficult. The other thing is because you're concentrated mostly on German traffic, so the big tubes are mostly blocked in the German Google, so it's a better chance for webmasters to get a good ranking with keywords. And what you promote mostly, it's like pay sites for your niche, or it's dating, or it's scam. What is there the best part for you?
So definitely it's dating, and you're right with the competition about tube sites. So from week to week, from year to year, we have less tube sites and do more like fake dating websites. So if it's IMAX Cash, if it's Traffic Partner, if it's Flirt Cash, whatever. So creating dating sites, looking serious and promoting direct deep links to the profiles of companies that are able to monetize it. That's where we do the most money. And it's a funny thing if I compare the numbers. For example, I have a tube site, it's all extreme fetish, so it's not the big numbers of traffic, but I have tube sites with 25,000 visitors in Germany generating less money than my dating restaurant website with only 30 visitors daily, but converting much better because the search words are so unique that the people are looking for exactly what I show them. So we have sometimes conversion rates like 10 or 20% visitor to paying customer, and this is of course not possible with tube sites at all.
Yeah, I remember when we both did together SEO, so we had a DVD online shop, a dual DVD online shop, and if we had the keyword buying or shop, ordering for buy and everything like this, then we had a very high conversion from getting a customer from Google to our website to buying something. And if you're with a general keyword, like let's say only porn or something like this on top, you have a lot of traffic, but the conversion rate really goes down. So, and yeah, we both did a lot of black SEO also in this time. And you do know mostly now white hat, correct?
Absolutely correct. But I have to say one sentence to what you said. So just the memories are floating my head. So do you remember the Kuscheltier Friedhof and the Euro Award Index? Just to explain to the visitors here, in these days, the Google PageRank was everything. So we had a few PageRank sites like PageRank 6 or PageRank 7. So it was in that great old times, just putting one link and the porn site was up in the SERPs. That was amazing.
It was microsites and doorway pages and fake web. Yeah. Of course, we were absolutely black SEO, but we in the year 2003, 4, 5, we were super successful with it.
Yes. Yeah. So, but to answer your question, now we do only white hat because my thing is I want to make money with this the next 10, 20, 30, I don't know, years. And there have been so many Google updates, and I've seen so many other webmasters telling me, oh, now I have 20 times more traffic, and my traffic was just the same. But the next update, they said, I'm out of business, I lost everything, and my traffic is still the same. So there was so many Google updates, and sometimes a few websites win, few websites lose, but I still have the same traffic that I had 10 years ago. And I'm quite sure white hat for long term is the best thing you can do as a webmaster. Yeah. It's not the easiest way to make fast money, but long term money.
Yeah. So you're a survivor, you're a white hat driver.
Yeah. And I really wish I'm sorry. I really wish we would do this interview in the evening, because you are well known in this business as the captain. So what is the first thing you think about if you talk to the captain? It's Captain Jack Sparrow. What do you think about if you think about Captain Jack Sparrow? It's the Caribbean. What's your first imagination if you think about the Caribbean? It's rum. But at 1 o'clock, drinking rum, this is the first time ever I can imagine.
Well, salute. Captain
Cheers,
Morgan. Yeah, cool. Okay, so then I want to come to the other thematic that's about the Gaelic Conference. And it was a small show, but when I came the first 2 times there, it was a super productive show, because there were a lot of interesting people. And as normally on a smaller show, you have more time to go really deep with the visitors. On big shows, it's more like, fast food, come in, come out, collect a lot of business cards. And now with the Corona, I saw you were planning to do it for 21, but you told me already that you will move it. So how is the situation with the Gaelic Conference right now?
So the funny thing about the Gaelic Conference is that's another thing without you, maybe not ever have happened. Because when I moved to Ireland a few years ago, I just invited some Webmaster friends of mine to a barbecue into my house. And then you told me, come on, you meet with Webmasters in your garden and you do a fucking barbecue. Why don't you do a show? There's no show in Ireland. So this was in 2016 when I said, yeah, why not? Let's do a conference. And you and Joey Gaibra, you both said, hey, come on, we sponsor it. Let's do it. So this was when it was born. It was, and I'm still very thankful, because this is a great honor for me to welcome big players of the industry to Ireland. And yeah, like you said, it's hard times for us now with fucking Corona. And the final decision we will do in 2 weeks, when it's exactly 100 days to go to the next show. But at the moment, I'm in weekly contact with the venue hotel. It doesn't look too good. But if we have to move it, and it looks like this, we will move it a complete year to next June, and not just, if we say now we do it in August we say we do it in September. So if we can't do it, we move it to next year. But yeah, I still hope we can do it, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I think also June is a good date, because August, a lot of people are on vacation, and then September, we have already so many shows. So that's also very difficult if you bring out a new show, or when you started, you were one of the new shows. So it's difficult to find the right date, because in some years, I visited already like more than 25 shows, and even some I could not visit because they were in the same time. So, and the planning very long away ahead. It's very important that people have time to book their flights and make their schedule and everything. So yeah, I don't think also that you will do the show this year, especially Ireland is with the new the new version of Corona. So I think it will move, and I think a lot of other shows which are planning 21 will see that they have to move to 22. But yeah, in the meantime, we go to the virtual shows and make some interviews and stay at home. So did it have a nice influence on your private life, Corona, or more bad experience? What is your experience privately?
Yeah, so privately, to be honest, I don't feel Corona at all. As you know, we live in a very small village with 22 persons living here, so nobody is wearing a mask or anything. And we have a mercy farm for abused animals, as you know. So I'm here in front of my computer doing my websites. We have the horses, the chickens, the dogs, the cats, and everything. So whenever we go to a supermarket, it's like, oh yeah, fuck, we need the mask. But here in daily life, Corona does not really exist for me. It's just, I'm really missing the shows. I really miss to see you all. So it's nice to talk to you now in front of the camera, but it's not the same than sitting in a bar. That's really sad.
Besides your show, which other show you really like in the industry?
The thing is, as you know, traveling is always not too easy for me because of all this animals here. But my favorite show in Europe for sure is the European Summit. So I loved it when it was in Sitges. So everyone says now, hey, cool, we are not in the homosexual sitches anymore. But I really loved it there. And of course, I love it in Portugal as well. And Prague is just in my neighborhood. So this is my favorite show. And of course, Amsterdam. Amsterdam is always a pleasure.
Yeah, for me was Sitges was nice because there was also the boulevard, walking on the street, and there was a lot of things to do. What I didn't like was the show hotel. I never sleep well there. That was so noisy. And of course, the new hotel in Cascais in Portugal, that's really a hotel. Like I like them. But beside the show, there's no life, which is good for business. But of course, for personal pleasure, it's a little bit limited. Good. Yeah. So now we are over, mostly because I don't want that people need to watch more than 15 to 20 minutes. Keep it short but hot. And now you have your 1 minute elevator pitch. Say everything you want about your business, private life. It is your 1 minute.
Okay, so yeah, I love it. There's not too much that I want to say. I just would like to use the time to make some advertising for the Gaelic Conference. So no matter if it's the 2021 or 2022, what I always say, Ireland is always worth the travel. So even if the show sucks, it's worth going to Ireland anyway. And yeah, it's a small show. So normally we have between 150 and 250 attendees, but that's the decision makers. So you don't need 2,000 people and 5 sales members from one company. So give it a try, visit us in Ireland, and I'm quite sure we can all do good business there. And if you want to talk about extreme niche traffic that I promised to you not to talk about in detail in this interview, contact me.
Perfect. Okay, that was the Captain's Interview Lounge, powered by trafficpioneer.com. I'm the Captain, and click the subscribe button so you can follow any other interviews I'm doing. So check out. See you soon, Roland. Happy to see you in Ireland or wherever in the world. And goodbye, ahoy. This is the Captain. See you soon.
Make some noise.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.